So today I am planting, I'm replacing the butterfly bushes that all three of them did not make it this year. So I'll be replacing those and adding a couple more in spaces where one there's a gap, one there's another plant that didn't make it. So I'll be planting those today and planting up this little shelf where my lupins didn't take. So let me show you what I've got. I'll be replacing this butterfly bush right here, this poor dead one. And I ended up getting more of the same echinacea that I've got. It's the powwow white. So I'll be putting one there. I will be not planting anything under there. I'm going to be cutting back the salvia and then planting two more echinacea here. One is replacing the dead butterfly bush, and then planting another one here. I think we had an aster under here before the project, and it probably didn't come back. So the team just probably put the landscape fabric right over it. So I'm going to dig up a little hole here because I feel like there was something here. And I'll just be popping in a second echinacea, coneflower. And then I'm going to come back to this in a second. And then the third batch, the third two are going to be over here. Pardon the sun. Replacing this butterfly bush, and then replacing this, which I believe is also an aster that didn't make it. So I'll be doing those two things as well. And then up there, we've got, this is where I had seeded lupins. I had cleaned it up, put soil, got everything prepared, seeded my lupins, but nothing came back. So I'm going to clean it up a little bit. I see some weeds have come up. Add some soil, which I've got ready to go. I have some mulch left over, which I was holding back to see how my forget-me-nots were going to grow through. So I'll add mulch there, mulch the top part once the three plants are in. And let me show you what I've got for those. I've got them in the shade here. I ended up getting exactly what I wanted, actually. So I got two Roseanne geranium, just because they're in that bluey purple. They look purple now in this light, but they're they're almost like a periwinkle blue. So I think that would look really good. And this is a Japanese anemone. It's an Honorine Jobert. Whoops, flowers in the way. It's this. And let me just flip over the tags so we can look at the sizing information, get the dirt off of them. Same for this. So I'm going to be planting this one right in the middle. Let me get them out. The flowers are in the way. Now this I'm trying to see if they actually have the size on here. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's on the front. Okay, bear with me, guys. I'll clean this off. Okay, so this gets 3 to 4 feet tall, 1.5 to 2 feet wide. So, and they blow in the wind, right? That's the whole point of having something airy up there. I'm putting one in the center of that bed. And then this is a summer to fall bloomer, which is what I was looking for because I don't have much. Most of the plants over there are spring bloomer, the irises, the brennera, the forget-me-nots. This is all spring. So then the top part will give us a little bit of color, summer into fall. Let's see. Attracts butterflies, rabbit resistant. We know we have rabbits here, although they just go for the clover, which is awesome. And this should bloom July to September. And it's zone 4A to 8B. I garden in a 6A, so that's good. And then the geraniums, let me get this other tag, bear with me. So this one gets 20 inches tall, 2 foot spread. So I'm putting one on either side, a little bit to the front. So the anemone will be like centered towards the rear of the bed, and then the two geraniums will be on either side a little bit towards the front. It'll be 2 clumps, full sun part shade, violet blue flowers, which I think is going to be nice. And these ones bloom also summer into fall, or pretty much most of the season. Where are they? Here we go. So I think that's going to look really good. So that is the plan for today. Let me see how things go, and hopefully I'll be able to show you everything completed at the end. Wish me luck. All right, so the first part is done, which is the pollinator garden and planting the echinacea and pulling the butterfly bushes. And it was easier. I was a little worried because of the rock mulch, but it was actually pretty easy to just, you know, move them out of the way, dig out the butterfly bush. It already left a hole there, which is pretty much the same size as the echinacea pot, so that worked out well. And then planted the echinacea, put some soil back in, put the rocks back over, and it was fine, and it didn't make that much of a mess. That was my main worry, but it went well. And then these are the other two, and they're looking good. I think that's going to fill in really good here. Oh, and I just cut back the other batch of salvia there. Oh, I see, I forgot a stem. I'll go get that in a second. And then the other two are over here at the end. And I think that'll look really good once they grow in. So these two. Next up is cleaning up the top shelf over there. Just getting rid of the few weeds, adding soil, and then planting the anemone and the geraniums. Onward. All right, last piece is done. So I weeded the area. There actually wasn't that much there. And then I added soil, loosened up to make the 3 holes for the anemone and the 2 geraniums. Sorry, I'm tired, you guys. And the 2 geraniums. Did all of that, mulched everything, connected the mulch to this side, which I had been waiting to do. And then this area, I think, is pretty much done. Let me back up a bit so you can see it from far. And I think it's going to look really good. I don't want to touch this area because this is likely where a future shed is going to be. So they're probably, anybody who comes in here to do work here, they're going to mess up this whole area. So I figured, let me stop it here. And then we'll tie all of that in as part of the next project, which will probably be next year, I'm guessing. It'll be this area and then connected to this over here. But I think I'm done planting for the year. Every time I say that, there's always something that comes up, but I think we're done. Let me go take a look from the side. Walking through my buzzing clover. Let's take a look here. Yeah, this is going to be nice. And the geraniums are already in bloom. And then the anemones, I don't know if they're going to bloom this year. Maybe they will, but they're like a late summer fall, so we'll see. But things are coming together. I can't wait to see what this is going to look like next year, like through the whole course of the seasons, like spring, summer, fall, to see how like all of them bloom at their different times and progress. I'm excited about that. But that is it for today's projects. I'm going to go have a drink of water and probably a shower. Happy gardening, everybody.